This some Ronnie Bangz, man. What's up, everybody? This is Ronnie Bangz. We're at the Ronnie Bangz Show, where I like to ask questions, I like to be nosy, and I like to not mind my own business. We're at Darkwater Tattoo Studios in Willow Springs, Illinois, and this place is incredible. We're with world famous tattoo artist Jose Perez Jr. What's up, Jose?
What's going on, Ronnie?
Oh, nothing. What do you want to talk about first? Well, let's talk about what I want to talk about first. First of all, tell me about your studio. Art gallery slash...
It's an art, like a high-end, I would say high-end art gallery. It's not your average tattoo studio. We kind of combine both, you know, like a lot of this stuff, it kind of reflects who I am, what I like. Most of this furniture and everything, it's been my collection. I've been collecting for the last 10, 15 years, something like that.
It's an amazing collection, man. It's amazing.
Well, thanks, man. I just figured that if I was going to open a gallery, I've always wanted to do that, more a private, you know, studio, and I want to just, again, you know, kind of showcase what's out there, and it's just everything, even up to the artwork and stuff like that around here. It's just a lot of amazing art that I've collected from other artists too in my travels. So I really think it reflects who I am, and everybody that stopped by loved it, man. So that's good feedback. Love to hear it.
Okay, cool. Well, let's start from scratch. Let's start from when you got started. What year? Do you have can you put a year on it when you first actually started pulling out a tattoo gun and ink and stuff like that?
You know what? I always forget like when I originally started the date, but I know I'm going on 16 years, I believe. Yeah, something like that.
Wow, a lot of marriages don't even last that. All right, so I first met Jose approximately about 15 years ago at a tattoo party. And that particular tattoo party, I didn't get tattooed because I was a little skeptical, you know, as anybody else is at a tattoo party. But after that, we built a small relationship and then stayed in contact. And then I ended up getting tattooed with him at his house in Chicago. And then he's tattooed me at my house until he originally got the shop, which was the shop before this. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the journey of Jose Perez Jr. as a tattoo artist?
All right, man, give me that. I mean, I started tattooing around, 15, 16 years ago. I think I'm going on 16. But yeah, I just started. I kind of just fell into it. Everybody always asks me, how did you get into tattooing? And it never became a thing. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I want to do that when I grow up. But, you know, I got exposed to it when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17. But I never thought nothing of it, you know. And one of my friends at the time, I got laid off and recommended me to get like professional equipment, because everybody always asking me here and there, because someone will find out by word of mouth like that I did tattoos back in the day or something. Well, go ahead and do something. So I just kind of started from there. And I just started, you know, after I got the equipment that my friend recommended I did, and he told me a couple of times too. I like, nah, it's not for me, you know. Like, you know, I want to do that, you know. I gotta find a job, you know. An actual job. So yeah, I went ahead, man, and I borrowed some money from another friend at the time. I think it was like $800 or something, and I just went for it. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go try to just for now, because I'm not doing nothing anyways. So yeah, I just started tattooing here and there, like friends and family, and it just never stopped, man. It got like out of control. You know, it spread, word of mouth was like so crazy for me, and what we do in our industry. It's just like, when people see the work, they're like, yo, I want to get one, you know, I want to get one, and it's easy like to spread. And I just end up doing like tattoo parties, you know. I hooked up with some artists back then too, and then he introduced me to tattoo parties, kind of showed me how that was done and stuff like that, and I just kind of went with it. And like I said, I just started going and snowballing, and I was just getting so booked, and you know, I just went for it and took it as a career. If I was gonna do it, I tried to learn everything I could and just go for it, you know, 150%, just go for it. And then once I did that, I just never stopped. I've always had this crazy work ethic. I mean, you know me, you know, it's been all the time, you know, everybody asks me, oh, I'm just busy, tired, you know, but just pouring my all into it and just try to get as best as I could, you know. But yeah, man, that's a little bit about that.
So you've been all over, regardless of being all over the United States, you've actually traveled the world, you know, so yeah. Other continents.
Yeah, I've been, for The last 4 years, 5 years, I've been crisscrossing the planet, man. It's been fucking insane. Like, I've never thought that you know, the tattoo industry would take me to such places, you know. I've always knew I wanted to travel. I knew I was gonna do it eventually, you know, but I never thought it happened so quick, you know. And it was pretty amazing experience for sure, you know. Just you end up living like this lifestyle of a rock star, and just, without even knowing it, you just get thrown into it, and you're just like, holy shit, you find yourself just really like in a really crazy position, you know.
He said like a rock star, as if I wouldn't know what that is. Okay, so tell me some of the places that you've been, regardless of the states and outside of the states.
Let's see. I guess my first one was Australia. You know, when I first like hit the circuit and like just really, all right, I'm gonna do this, just balls to the wall, fucking go for it. You know, go achieve what the goals I set in my mind. You know, I just really. Nothing was holding me back. I've been to, went to Europe a lot. I got to go to Venice and Rome a couple times, and Vatican's amazing. That's why I get like the taste in furniture and stuff.
Right,
I always
right.
love the old school, you know, attention to detail, make shit that lasts 100 years, not like nowadays. But
Have you ever been to Mexico?
of course, yeah. Yeah, I actually was transferred, we'll call it. But yeah, man, I've been Switzerland quite a bit. Let's see, where else? Been to China.
Dang, that one I didn't know about.
Yeah, I've been to China. It was pretty fun. I've been to Philippines, Hawaii, just, I don't know where else. Canada. You know, Canada, I go quite a bit to Canada.
Well, thanks for telling us about the Canadian trips.
I mean, I don't know what else. Let's see, where else have I been? Stopped in Japan. Japan was cool. Just a little bit of everywhere, man. You know, like all over Europe. I was. Where else did I go? To Belgium. Amsterdam was fun.
I bet.
Yeah, I love the cafes. Wonderful coffee.
It's not coffee.
It's good. It's potent coffee.
So tell me about some of the artists that you've met, and you know, kind of how like the show circuit is, and what goes on around there with, you know, some of the big shots. Not that you're not one of them, because I know you are. You're a star, but.
I mean, I've traveled all over and done guest spots that really like, you know, artists that I've always looked up to, which is amazing too, and to become friends with them is even, I guess it's pretty crazy, you know, like to be able to do that. But yeah, I've done like, used to guest spot a lot with, I was a guest artist there constantly, was at Paul Booth's studio in New York, at Last Rites Tattoo Theater, or Tattoo Gallery. Yes, I would constantly go there, and it was really amazing to get to know him, you know, as a person. Spent a lot of time hanging out with him, you know, and it was pretty awesome to do that. And other artists like Carlos Torres at Timeline Gallery
In Cali.
in California. Got to guest spot there a lot too. There's another artist I always looked up to. He's just an amazing artist. He does some crazy ass, you know, just flow, realism, emotion, you know, just such contrasty pieces. He's an amazing artist too, as oil too.
Okay. How about your industry sponsors? Tell me about some of them.
Well, the cool thing about that I love telling everybody about my sponsors is that like I actually took time to try all the products and actually use them and make sure they're the right products, research them, you know, try them, and I just never wanted to stand behind any products that I use that didn't work or that I didn't use, or you know what I mean, just to be sponsored by someone just because. So that's been pretty cool. So everything I do use, but a couple that I do use is like I have a world famous Tattoo Ink. They sponsored me. I got an own ink set with them, dark water ink set. H2 Ocean is like the aftercare that I use. And then I got FK Iron Machines. I have stencil stuff to put on the stencils, you know. I use, what else do I use? So many, right? Waterloo too has been amazing. What they do is they make tattooing stations for artists, you know. And everything specific to your needs, and it actually works for the tattoo industry, and it's not just, you know, another product for whatever. So they've been amazing, and they hooked us up with a bunch of cool shit.
Okay, so tell me about some of the celebrities that you tattooed that aren't even tattoo artists, obviously.
Let's see.
And besides for myself.
Right? Okay, we'll start off. Ronnie Bangz. I don't know. Let's see. I've tattooed The Game, which I still gotta finish. You hit me up. I tattoo. Let's see, Chaz Ortiz, professional skateboard artist. He's a badass too.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I don't know who I'm working with. Tattoo guitarist from Disturbed.
Very familiar.
Yeah, end up starting a back piece. It's gonna be pretty dope. So I've been working on that. Nikki Heaton, she's a singer. Trainers for the Cubs, I guess.
Trainers for the Cubs, we call those celebrities?
So, I don't know. Who else?
Tell me about what you're doing today. Like, what do you got going on?
Well, lately, I've been trying to focus a little more on teaching. I actually released some videos on YouTube, just kind of trying to give some pointers and tips. I call them tips and tricks to kind of help any artists out there. I wanted to kind of give back to the tattoo industry, and because I know how hard it was for me to like get going and learn this on my own, you know, and so I kind of wanted to give back, you know. So I ended up almost like a year recorded, you know, on almost a daily basis. And I just wanted to give back, so that's something. So I love that whole feedback from that. Everybody came up to me and gave me so much love about it, you know, and I didn't think it was going to have that great of a feedback, you know, but artists all the time, I still hear it every time at these tattoo shows, you know, these conventions. Lately I've been focusing more on teaching, so I go to these shows and I'm doing seminars. So I'll get a class full of artists from all ranges too, from beginners to advanced. So I've just kind of what I broke it down to, just giving them better tricks, simple tricks, and simple understandings of the concept of how to approach tattooing in a different way and what to add to, what to focus on, and contrast, and building shapes, just everything, that would go into. So I love seeing their work after and how much they improve. I've been approaching it a totally different way lately too. I've been doing a lot of one-on-one seminars, which I love, and I think I've been seeing really positive things from their work right after or during. I kind of sit down with them and tattoo and show them how I do it, and I want to see how they do it, and if I see something wrong, I can tell them how to change it, how to approach it, and I feel that that's a way better way of learning. Just a one-on-one, hand-on basis, so that I can show them my whole process and stuff like that, and it gives them a better understanding of the whole tattoo application. So I've been doing that, and I've been traveling here and there, but I'm trying to cut back on traveling a little. Maybe I want to focus a little more on international traveling, but I'm going to stay there and not just work this time. That was a big thing. It kind of sucked in a way too, because I was traveling so much I didn't get to enjoy. I got to get out 1 day or 2 days, but that was about it. So yeah, I'm focusing on traveling, get to see a little bit more and get to enjoy it and take it in. And I'm going to be focusing on actually stepping up my game. I feel like even artistic-wise, I've been studying, just been trying to find the time to kind of focus, been work on doing some paintings. Finally, after this whole blur of awesome time, happened so fast I didn't even have time to process it. It was just like, damn, it came and went. I'm like, fuck, that's crazy. Yeah, and then now I'm just focusing on this year doing really big pieces, big panels, and trying to focusing on certain pieces just to get them done, and I want to do some more wild of my own choices, and I've been working on some images and stuff, so I'm gonna start showing some clients, see if I can convince everybody to get the pieces I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
with no restrictions. I'm telling you guys, that's how you get the best piece. Mm-hmm. So yeah, come July, I'm just tattooing 3 days a week, and then it's gonna get a little less too sometimes. depends. But I gotta focus on other stuff, and like I said, art too. I need time to. It just takes time, you know. So I gotta restructure my time. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I guess we about really covered a lot of bases here, you know, from the beginning to the middle to the end to what you're doing. So how do people connect with you? How can they get a hold of you?
You can reach me pretty much any social media. IG's awesome. You can DM me. Facebook. Pretty much any social media. You can email me. You can call me. Maybe. So my email is jose@darkwaterstudio.com, and my website is jpjtattoos.com. So you can get all the info on there, what's going on, and there's a merch website, a merch page too, and stuff like that. And any of my social medias is Jose Perez Jr. Tattoos. You can on IG and Facebook and stuff like that. So you can find me pretty easy, or you can just Google me. So yeah, man, I just want to take the time to do a shout out to Films by Jarrell, and to my boy, another shout out to my boy Ronnie Bangz right here. Thanks for coming, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Give him a hug.